Hello, gummies. How's everybody doing? Hello, Pi. Hello, Quinn. Good evening. So hoping you play Satisfactory today. Me too. Need to sit and chill after a busy weekend. Fair enough, B. Hello, welcome. I just need to make sure everything's on. Hello, Kenny. Wow, no Discord notification? Not yet. I was just about to do it, actually. I'm really bad about those. I'm really lazy with them. One thing I want to try. I want to see if the sound alerts are still crackly. Oh, wow, yeah, that's still... Sound alerts are still crunchy. Hello, Parker. Hi, Gummy. Hope you have an amazing stream. Thanks, Danny. I hope you have an amazing evening. Oh, dear. So, that's crunchy, right? Yeah, I did a couple of things that people suggested to fix it. Apparently, that hasn't fixed it. No idea. Let's try it again. Did you end up using Voice Meter for something? I haven't had a chance to properly sit down and play around with Voice Meter. It's very confusing just to look at it. Well, not very confusing. I'm not familiar with it, so I need time to just sit down and look at it. So, all right, let's try... Let's try this. It's got a bloody cooldown. I'm the streamer. Why is there still a cooldown on it? Now, let's try this one. That was crunchy too. Talk you through it sometime. It's simpler than it seems. Thanks, Kenny. I would appreciate that. Yeah, so no idea. Quite a few of the suggestions were, oh, as long as you know, this is in place and you've got this selected and you've got this option set, it won't happen. Apparently none of that's true. Apparently none of that is true. So yeah, I'm not really sure what to do about it. Things can be crunchy just because it's set to the wrong hertz, and boy, let me tell you, that's an annoying rabbit hole. Yes, they can. However, with sound alerts, I've never touched it. I set it up, put it on the stream, never touched it, ever. So there's no reason why it should be crunchy. Anyway, how's everybody doing? How's your days going? Just helped an old friend in GTA by running a heist with him. Nice, nice. I have a real love-hate thing with the heists in GTA. I think they're a great idea poorly implemented because the engine just... I don't know. Movement in that game lacks precision, so it makes doing things like heists, which require precision, it makes them quite difficult. Alright. Why does the game look like it's in Cyberpunk now? This is the new title screen with the new update. They've added a lot of really cool stuff too. Okay, let's try this one again. Oh, 2 minutes. I'm the streamer. Okay, let's try this one. Day's been okay. Long work day. Just got in from running another D&D game. Oh, nice. That's great, Quinn. Holy shit, 8 minutes is toe tickling? 8 minutes? What? Hello, Sam. Let's just get into it. Let's just get into it. So in my continuing search to find a solution for why my computer continues to crash and continues to blue screen occasionally, I thought, okay, what if it's the PCIe slot that the graphics card is on? Got in here, you've already been streaming for 8 minutes. Oh, right. Hello, Amy. Have a nice sleep. I was like, okay, what if it's the PCIe slot? Because my old graphics card, the bracket for it was slightly bent, and it was installed for a really long time, putting just that tiny bit of extra pressure on a point of the PCIe that it wouldn't normally get pressure. I thought, what if that's warped it somehow? I feel like that crunch happened over a defocus of the game, so it might still be CPU or GPU. Yeah. Been setting up meetings all day, have a busy weekend of house viewing ahead of me. Fun. Where was I? Yeah, so I thought, okay, let's move the graphics card to another PCIe slot. But there's 2 more PCIe slots. One of them, it's low enough to fit it, but there's cables in the way, cables that connect to the motherboard in the way, so it can't go there. And the next one down is so far down, there's a piece of metal there, so it can't go there. So that wasn't an option. Hey, Shelley. But while I was in there, like, okay, let's just make sure everything is seated properly. So I took out all the cables, recabled everything, even excuse me. What? I even took out the RAM and reseated the RAM. Hope you're amazing, Gum. I'll be lurk. No worries, Piff. And when I booted it back up, I realized, hang on, I should have more than 16 gig of RAM. What's going on? I hadn't seated one of them properly. So that's now seated again properly. I'd reckon that if something ain't seated right, you can smell it being burnt eventually. That'll give you a sniff. Yeah, there is that. So, also, Kenny, that actually reminded me, a while ago, and I'm talking maybe 8-9 months ago, maybe a little bit longer, one day there was just this slight burning smell coming from my PC. Slight, very slight. And I unplugged it, tore it down, cleaned everything, found that the thermal paste had long since dried out and the smell was burning thermal paste because it was thermal crust at this point. So I am wondering if the CPU is cooked. I'm starting to think the CPU might actually be the culprit and has been the culprit all along and is slightly cooked. Also, new problem, because why not? Now, somehow it hasn't. That's impressive, Kenny. That's impressive. And the thing is, I replace my thermal paste on a yearly basis. So the fact that the thermal paste was dried out and crusty and just gone was quite worrying. Rip your bank account, you have to buy a new CPU. Or new RAM. But, yeah, there's a new problem now. Satisfactory has developed micro stutters. Now, this could be because this is a new release of a beta branch. So it could just be that it's, you know, it's not perfectly, it's not done yet, you know. Or it could be the fact that there's just so much built in this world now that it's causing some problems. Because I've got system monitor up in the top left corner. Holy shit! That is so loud now. Oh my god, and you guys, could you guys even hear that? Didn't hear it. Oh my god. Fantastic. There we go. Okay. So I turned off. Okay, so Sound Alerts has an option, let OBS control volume, right? I unticked that, and now it sounds really clear. It's also incredibly loud, and you guys can't hear it. So I've just re-ticked that. Hopefully now it's not going to be crunchy. Anyway, yeah. The game is now suffering from micro stutters. That was crunchy. Now that I've turned the volume back on, the OBS volume control, now it's crunchy. Damn. Is OBS the problem? What? Why was that so distorted? Holy. What the heck's going on? How dare, don't blame my baby OBS. You won't hear it, but we will. Playing MP3s through OBS, why wouldn't I hear it? Yeah. I've got the system monitor up there. CPU is fine. GPU is fine. RAM is fine. All of them are at like 50 to 60% capacity. But it still stutters. It's still got micro stutters, and I don't know why. I don't know why. We tried turning it off and on again. Yes. Drag the MP3 into OBS, don't capture the media player. See if you notice any of the micro stutters. There they are. Constant. Holy crap. It's just happening over and over and over again. What hairball is you get hit by the train? What hairball? What? I think if you try turning it off and on again, much better results. Saw one micro stutter. Yeah, it's happening a lot. It's happening a lot. And the thing is, I've turned a whole bunch of settings down. I turned off the CPU booster in the BIOS. I have switched the GPU to standard performance instead of full power. I just reckon that if it's OBS, it must be an audio driver, so that's a quick way to test it. Well, the sounds are running fine if OBS isn't in control of the volume, so I don't think it's an audio driver. Also, that wouldn't be what happens if you get hit by the train. Oh, what happens? Nothing. It just pushes you aside. You can die from getting hit by vehicles, but only the trucks. You can't die by getting hit by the train. Not me not noticing the microstutters because I am blind right now. I mean, look, it might also be slightly in my head, but I'm sure I'm seeing them. And it's... The problems are just compounding, and it doesn't seem to matter what I do. Everything I've done that I think has brought me closer to a solution, it's actually gradually getting worse. So I don't know what to do. Regrettably, I'm headed to bed. Need to get up early enough to play with a friend. No worries, Parker. Have a good sleep, mate. Also, Kenny, I have updated the sound drivers just a couple of days ago. So I really don't think it's the audio drivers. Anyway, let's get to the headquarters. We'll go over to the aluminium facility. I'll show you what I've done so far with it, because I've done a lot of work on the aluminium processing. What if OBS has its own separate audio driver just for handling internal playing of media? I mean, that's possible, but I think the best solution for that would just be reinstalling OBS. Also, the micro stutters have been happening without OBS running. So there's two separate issues going on here. Ah, okay, that hang was because of the autosave. But traveling through these tubes used to be much smoother than that. So I'm concerned. Or test it real quick. Normally wouldn't repeat myself. This is a very moment is probably the best moment to test it. Like an MP3. I don't know if I've even... I don't even know if I've got any MP3s on my computer anymore. Good night, Parker. Have a good one, mate. Let me see if I do have any MP3s sitting around. Oh, of course I do. Of course I've got MP3s. Duh. Stream stuff. Oh no, they're all MP4s. No, that's an MP3. That's an MP3. Okay, alright. Well, let's see. Let me just turn that down a bit. So is that crunching for you guys? No crunch. Interesting. So it's specific to sound alerts. It's specific to sound alerts. Interesting. So it's between sound alerts and OBS. Yes, but again, the sound alerts play fine if I don't let OBS control the volume. And you guys couldn't hear them, but I could. Fucking technology, just work. Oi. You know, tiny stutters when doing something like this is understandable because it's loading stuff in very rapidly, faster than it would normally have to for the engine. And it's not that bad, honestly. But anyway, this is aluminium processing. It's stupidly big now. Technology? Work? Not in this lifetime, it's what it feels like, right? It's absolutely what it feels like. And like, when it micro stutters, it's not even like the frame rate crashes. It might go down by 1 or 2 FPS. That's it. It spikes down for a fraction of a second. Aluminum. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Oh, this one needs its color. Yeah. Okay. So, bauxite. Bauxite arrives on one of 4 different trains, 3 of them off that way. The other one goes up there. That's one of the bauxite stations. Also, actually, while we're talking technology, I did get rid of the weird blur effect that was covering the game, because I found that... I'll show you. If I turn off DLSS and turn on, temporal TAA. Yeah, weird blur effect gone? What? I'm confused. The immediate Hail Mary I can think of is to check which CPU cores Sound Alerts and or OBS are using, but that's such a hard thing to figure out any result out of. Always turn off DOF and motion blur, any blur really. Oh yeah, I hate motion blur, that's off. DOF. DOF? What's DOF? Oh, depth of field. Oh, yeah, that's off. That's off. But yeah, moving objects had a visual trail behind them with the... I think I'm going mad. I think I'm actually going mad. Something like path tracing on or something newfangled? I don't know. But previously... Oh, no, there it is. Look. Next to the gun, you see that ghosting? Technology driving poor Gum straight to the silo, but she bloody is. See that ghosting behind the gun as I move it? I don't even know if you guys can see that. It's barely registering on OBS, but I can see it on the game. It was the butterfly, I tell you, the butterfly. No, but I know what you mean. Cyberpunk is there to shoot? Yeah. So there's a little bit of ghosting trail behind it, which OBS is struggling to pick up. And I fixed that by basically turning this to NVIDIA DLSS and turning off temporal temporal AA. Hang on, is it still gone? Am I losing my mind? Yeah, now it's gone. The computer ghosts are displeased. They demand a sacrifice of blood and RAM. Look, this computer has taken enough of my blood, I feel. Anyway. Hi, guys. So, water comes in from over there. Bauxite and water getting produced into alumina solution and silica. The alumina solution goes to temporary holding tanks just for redistribution and then into these sets of machines, which are taking alumina solution and coal to make aluminium scrap and water. Coal gets delivered up there and split into 3. Then the aluminium scrap goes up there, but the water goes off over here to where I have a bottling plant. So, are the stutters gone now? I don't know, maybe if I just pretend they're not happening, I won't notice them. Because they're a fraction of a second. They're like microseconds. And maybe it's just because I'm looking for them that I'm noticing them. I think if I just forget they exist, I won't notice them. That's how that works, right? Anyway. Got copper, and we've got iron and iron and iron. Ad is starting in 2 minutes. I think we can get through this before 2 minutes is up. Copper is getting to... No, iron? Oh, crap, I've coloured them wrong. Exactly, just like taxes. I am not a tax cunt. I would not recommend that, but you do you. These ones should be this colour. I accidentally made the iron ones into copper coloured. No, oh, sure. The one time I actually decide to make them look nice and colour-coded, and I bugger it up. Copper. I hate that so much. I hate that the autosave conserves and multiplies your momentum. Anyway. I lose chocolate milk money to taxes, and I have to pay taxes on my chocolate milk. Life is a prison. We are just wage slaves. Anyway, copper ingots get sent up here to make copper sheets. The iron ingots are down here making iron plates. The iron plates and the copper sheets go over here to make bottles. "30 seconds. Okay. The bottles are delivered over here. The water is delivered here. These bottling plants put the water into bottles, and then the water is put into the sink to generate me coupons. Because that's how we deal with waste. I will say this though, the micro stutters aren't worse while I'm streaming, so that's positive. Anyway, ad breaks coming up. We'll see you soon. Hello, everybody. I wonder if the sound alerts thing, right? I'm just looking at sound alerts right now on their website, and it's at maximum volume on their website. I wonder if the crackling is because if I've got OBS controlling the volume, OBS isn't changing the volume, OBS is compressing it to change the volume. That would cause crackling. I wonder. Thanks, mate. I have been brought Milo. Hmm? Well. Hey, Milo, get in touch. When was the last sound alerts update? No idea. Oh, I'm awake. Apparently knocked out during your Be Right Back. Oh, hi, Shelley. Welcome back. Good morning. Okay, so, right. I've turned the setting in sound alerts down. Let's try one, eh? Let's try a long one. Okay. Library. Where can I test them? There's a place to test them on their dashboard. There's a place to test it. Where's the test function gone? Hello, Mrs. Link. How you doing? Lovely to see you. I hope you're having a lovely day. Okay, let me just see. Okay, here we go. Still absolutely just wrecked. Wow. Huh. Good, how are you? I'm confused is what I am, Mrs. Link, but lovely to see you. I'm glad you're here. Speaking of Vintage Story, I'll take a few pictures of the house I built on my server. Oh, nice. Yes, Vintage Story is so good, dude. Okay, what if... Being confused is my default setting? Oh yeah, fit in well here then. What if... Right. I wonder if the URL is still the same. Maybe I just need a new URL for it. I mean, that wouldn't make a difference, would it? That'd be very strange. And the URL is currently identical anyway. I am at a loss then. I don't know. I don't know. Actually, let's try something. This button? Okay, camera's not set up for this one, but let's try it here, because I've got sound alerts here. Let's try it here. Sorry guys, bear with. Okay, not that one, obviously. Well, let's go for the Chocobo Walk. Did that sound distorted? I don't think it did. That did. Okay. Never mind then. I don't know. I don't know. I'm completely stumped. I'm completely stumped. You didn't hear the creeper. Okay, I did, and it was just as distorted. See, a lot of people are saying it's something that happens if OBS is minimized or covered by another program, but I've got OBS on my right-hand screen. It has that screen all to itself. There's nothing covering it. How strange. The thing that's really getting me is the fact that if I stop controlling the volume with OBS, it sounds perfectly fine, but you guys don't hear it. This man's gone crazy. Hi, Doghole. How you doing? Maybe it was me all along. Maybe it was me all... It's definitely not me. It's definitely something with, Oh well. I guess for the time being, we're just putting up with crackly frickin' sound alerts. Because I have no idea. It's very strange. Good, good. Fantastic. I'm glad. That's good to hear. Maybe you exude too much magnetic fields. Look, I'll take that, but I don't think that's the problem. New, I saw the train spam on your HUD from the homepage and had to check out what the hell's going on. Hello, Gradgar Twitch. At the moment, I've just been trying to figure out audio issues, but yeah, I can show you the trains. I can show you the trains. Gum is battling his nemesis right now. Yeah, technology, the bloody stream. So at the moment, currently, we've got 5 trains operating down here. Actually, no, 6. Because I put in a new one. I was giving everyone a tour of the Alumina factory. Yeah, so water goes there. Anyway, then, the silica from those comes over here and gets split into 6. There's a reason. All of the aluminium scrap goes there. Aluminium scrap spreads out to those 6 sets of machines. Then this bit. Crazy? I was crazy once. So I had to figure out what to do with the silica those machines were creating. I'm like, well, I could sink it, or I could use it, but it's not producing enough. So I've got each row of silica from them coming over here into priority mergers. So the waste material gets used first, so those machines never clog up, and the rest comes from over here. And there's one of the train lines. How you doing, Gradguard Twitch? Ah, frickin' stitch up it is. Okay, Then I've got a train there that is collecting... What's that stuff? Quartz. It's collecting... Hey, thank you for the follow. Thank you very much for the follow. It's collecting the quartz from somewhere. And it brings it here, produce it, turn it into silica, send it over to the Alumina factory. Let's go for a ride. This is, okay, I shall hydrate. They put me in a nitwit school, you know what those are? This is a very short train ride, but there's some nice views, there's some nice vistas. Till that stuff's working. That stuff's working. The camera frame's working. Derp cats are working. Speaking of, just let me move my camera. There we go. I also favour the small independent lines. I'm starting to really appreciate the small independent lines. I've got quite a few short lines now. And some very long ones as well, but the short ones are really handy. That was so cool, I'm easily entertained. Wait, what was so cool? Oh, the lights? Yeah. Yeah, so this is, you know, it's like a 15-second train ride. Into the jungle, into the heart of the jungle, and back out again. Yes, but also, what are you driving? Oh, this train is driving itself. It's a fully automated train. I can drive them if I want to. But, yes, it's a train. But I can't just let them drive themselves. So that didn't sound off. No, it didn't. The creeper didn't. Huh. Ah, we're having fun tonight. Also, for a second there, I thought the audio was crackling. It's just raining. It's just raining where I am in game right now. Yeah, why didn't that one go off? I don't know, man. Another Hail Marys that the hertz of the sound files themselves is off or atypical. Yeah, but if that was the case, they'd still be crackly when I played them without OBS controlling them. But that didn't happen. So I don't think it's the sound files. Anyway. So this is all the silica. Can't wait to get this far in my own world with my bros. Oh, it's fantastic. It just gets more and more complicated from here. Or rather, the audio driver of Sound Alerts doesn't know what to do with them. But then again, they would crackle in all circumstances, not just when OBS is controlling their volume. So this is 4 rows of machines. Got to look for a bit? No worries, Kenny. 4 rows of machines that I needed to get into 6 lines, so I've split them up like this. They're all equally balanced, for the most part. This is like preparation for later. These machines aren't doing anything currently. That's just preparation for later when I need to double my output of aluminium. But the point of tonight's stream wasn't to do tech support and fail miserably and be upset about it. The point of tonight was to make more aluminium stuff. So that's what we're going to do. So let me just get Satisfactory Modeler open. You love the way I say aluminium? What, the correct way? Ugh. Do you know, actually, you know what's really funny? This language is fascinating. Language is fascinating, right? There's a lot of words and pronunciations in current American North American English that are... Hey, Storm! Hey, look at that, nearly 2 years down. Thanks, man. The correct way? Yes, let me explain. Let me explain. There's a lot of words that are pronounced in North American English that they are pronounced the way they were pronounced hundreds of years ago in England before North America was, white colonized, basically. And North America kept those pronunciations, like herb without pronouncing the H, the herb, and...
Nifty!
They are nifty. They're nifty gifty.
Stop, thank you, mate. You are too generous to me, buddy. 10! Holy shit, dude! Thank you, mate. Greatly appreciate that. That's too kind. Absolutely too kind. Here, let me give you a... I forgot that had laughs. Just think of it as a gracious audience. See, I can't say shit, a boot and oot. When I was watching your stream, Sam, it was tickling me every time you sound completely North American, and then you'd say a boot, and it's like, oh, right, you're Canadian, right? No, I know, but you know what I mean, like USA North American, general North American, not completely North American. Anyway, aluminium was originally... It was a French word, and it was originally spelt by the guy who, discovered the element. He spelt it aluminum. That made its way to North American English, but then he changed it. He changed it almost immediately, because he's like, no, that doesn't fit with the scheme of other elements. It needs to be ium, because that fits with the standards for naming elements. But that never took in North America. North America had already gone, nope, it's aluminum. And that was it. Almost the rest of the world, almost the entirety of the rest of the world uses aluminium, but North America uses aluminum. It's language and its history is fascinating, utterly fascinating. We don't want to learn new things. Shh. Yeah, that is apparent. Anyway, so this is my aluminium setup, right? That's it there. That's for the silica. This is the point we're at now. I've got these 24 machines creating aluminium ingots. Now, gonna start using aluminium now. Yeah. I need roughly 14 machines to make aluminium casing. That explains so much about the imperial metric debate. Yeah. That's exactly it. Europe moved on from imperial to metric because it was a better way of measuring things scientifically, and North America just went, no, we don't want any of that garbage. We've already got this. This works fine. We don't want you. We don't want your trash. We don't want your trash. Europe, we left you behind. We don't want your trash. And just refused. Gonna keep saying aluminum because knowing it's wrong and doing it anyway piss me off is funny. God, that's very funny. Listening to a music video featuring Sabaton's new song Yamato over the anime space battleship Yamato. Oh, space battleship Yamato, right? Yeah. Which is something I'm not surprised about at all. But yes, I need about 14 machines to make the casing. I need 7 machines to make aluminium sheets. And then we've got this mess. Then we've got all this mess. This is to make the next... This is due to the next lot of stuff for the space elevator. This is insane. This is utterly insane. I realized I never set up anything for... what are these again? Crystal oscillators, because I hadn't needed them up to this point. It would make more sense if the US adopted the French metric system just to annoy the Brits. Well, it is the French metric system, isn't it? Yeah, the metric system is French. In England, they use both, basically. Not to brag, but Canada uses both metric and imperial for certain things. We kinda do. Kinda? Like, for the majority of things, French just uses metric. Yeah. Yeah. The French use the metric system because it originated in France. It was created there, more or less. Also, actually, interestingly, all of the instrumentation to measure what a second is and what a kilogram is and all those sort of things, those are all in France. Oh, nice, we got that hype train emote. That's pretty cool. Then they have the standards in the Time Museum thing. Yes, yeah, it's really cool. Like, okay, it's a little bit mind-blowing. What the fuck is a kilometer? What's really mind-blowing is when you think, okay, but how did they come up with what a second is? The unit of time, a second. And it's literally just, you get a specific length of a specific type of metal, you curl it into a specific coil with a specific number of turns, you then tighten that coil, and 1 second is how long it takes for that coil to spring back. It's all arbitrary. Everything is arbitrary. Or like, you go, okay, but how did somebody figure out what a kilogram was? Well, they just got a lump of metal and went, this is 1 kilogram. And everything else is based off that. It's like, okay, but how did they decide that was a kilogram? It's like, they just did. That's just a kilogram. It's like, it's all arbitrary. All of it. All of human existence. It's all arbitrary. Anyway, now we're getting into philosophy. So, I've started kind of figuring out links between things. That's a light. Sure. So I'm currently producing 10 adaptive control units a minute, and time is arbitrary. Go French kiss Abraham Lincoln. I'll get right on that when I come back around to him, because I've got to catch up to him first. Time is a flat circle of a construct created by big aging to sell different sized appliances. Seems to be working. I'm basing the entirety of this whole thing and what I need for all of this, I'm basing it off how much aluminium I currently am producing. I've just arbitrarily chosen that as my metric. Which is an insane way to go about this, but we'll see. So, I'm currently producing 5 engines per minute, and I need 15. I'm producing 10 of these per minute, and I need 25. No, boss, I'm not late because time units are arbitrary. Hey. It's like, why are you late today? It's like, I'm not late. Maybe you're late. It's like, no, we started an hour ago. Did we? Who decides what time is? How dare you disrespect daddy time? Then also, I need more computers, right? Because I need the computers to make the supercomputers, but I'm not making anywhere near enough computers. I'm currently producing 20 and they're all being used. What's an hour? Exactly. What even is an hour? So what I'm... Didn't mean to do that. What I'm thinking is, I'm just going to build all of these specific things. Like, you know, I need the crystal oscillators, so I'll just build the stuff to supply the crystal oscillators, make the crystal oscillators. Then I'll figure out some way to put this, and I'll supply it with whatever I can. Same for all of these. I'll just supply them with whatever I can, and then just scale up the supply. It's a really inefficient way of doing it, but it'll save me 0 time, because I'll have to then spend the time later to fix it all, so maybe that's not the best idea. That white-bearded motherfucker can get it. Daddy time is Flavor Flav, right? Yes. 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 And then there's stuff like this. Cooling systems. Blender. What even is a blender? For those I need the vast majority, actually all of the aluminium plating. Aluminium plating? Sheets. Aluminium sheets. And 114 copper per minute? That's not bad. Copper sheets per minute. That's not bad. But then you get over to here. Nitrogen gas. Haven't even started doing that. Haven't even started on that nonsense. So this is intimidating. This is very intimidating. But I'm going to get there. But one step at a time. Aluminium. So. What would happen if I doubled those? 40... What have I got? 24. 48. Why did nothing change? What have I set? I've set something to something somewhere. No, I haven't. Okay. Interesting. Somewhere over the rainbow? No, somewhere over my brain. Somewhere over my brain. Oh, I think it's because I set that one. Ah, yeah, it's because I set that one. Okay. Interesting thing I found, right? The game thinks these 12 refineries that are taking the bauxite and turning it into alumina solution and silica, Satisfactory Modeler thinks that should be outputting 600 silica per minute. They're actually outputting 800 silica per minute. I'm not quite sure if I've made a mistake somewhere or if there's a mistake in this. But regardless. Actually, if I change that and then I put this here. Yeah, because then I can change that to 48. There we go. Now I can see what the outputs are going to be. Alright, well. We'll set that to 24 for the moment. I'm going to make 14 of these. I'm going to make 7 of them. So. We need... I do have the better belts now too, actually. So the game too simple for Gum's big brain moves. No. I am stumbling my way through this game as best I can. Stumbling. So we need 14 of them. Right. So, casing. It's going to need 90 per minute. What are the new belts? The new belts. Well, let's just assume the old belts. because the new belts need aluminium plating. The old belts, 480. 480 divided by 90 is 5.5, or 5 1/3. So 90 times 5? No, not 90 divided by 5. Come on, brain. Come on, we can do this. We can do this. There we go. So 450 will do 5 machines. What's the output of these? 60 times 8. 360. I could just not mix it. I could just leave them as these outputs. We have 1, 2, 3. Huh? Hang on. 60 times 8. Oh, I did it wrong. It's 60 by 8. So that's going to be 480. This is going to be 480. This is the part of this game I really hate, the maths, because I struggle to hold on to numbers in my brain. Like, I really, really struggle to hold on to numbers, even really simple things. Yeah. And I needed... how many? 14. 13 and a half. No, actually, Sam, I didn't hear it. I've got the volume of that turned right down because it was so... You're doing great, Sadie. Thanks. Thanks, Garden. Appreciate you. I've got it turned down because it was crackling so much. Well, so yeah, it's really dumb. If I do change it so that it's not being controlled by OBS, it then disappears out of my mixer, which I understand because I'm no longer controlling it. But you guys can't hear it. That's really strange. Not going to worry about that. Not going to worry about that. We've got other things to do. We got other things to do. So... You too, Gredgart? Yeah. Good, I'm not alone. Me playing 1, do a sum. 2, check machine. 3, redo sum because I forgot. 4, check machine. 5, redo sum correctly. Check machine. Uh-huh. Yep. Yep, I'm very familiar with that, what's it? Flowchart, thank you. I'm very familiar with that flowchart, yeah. What if we just... Okay, what if we... What do you just build on based on vibe? You know, that's actually not a bad idea. That's not a... you know what? Yeah. I'm just going to build the worst thing I could possibly build. Because this was going to be 5, yeah? 90 times 5? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's build on vibe then. Let's build on bloody vibe. And boing. Okay, so. Implications. It's not a chart, it's a circle. All those numbers sound like nerd talk. Someone better start messing shit up, otherwise Gum's going to end up in a locker. Wow. I feel like I'm being threatened by Garden here. Okay, so I think if we put it here, right? If we put it here, then I can make a station to transport the stuff where else it needs to go. Via build is a legit strat. Crank everything to max and just forget the math. Just try not to have all your squares make a circle. All these squares make a circle. All these squares make a circle. Garden secretly a bully, confirmed. Garden just likes to troll. Okay, you know what? While I try to brain this, Gradgar, since you're new and you haven't seen the rest of the stupid shit I've built, let's go for a little drive, eh? Bloop. Is this the train I want? Might be. Hey, it's the train I want. Good. Okay. I'm gonna have some Milo. So stupid and pointless, but I love it. Wait a minute. Oh no, it's just a bit of quartz. Okay, I thought that was a Sam, not a Sam thing. One of the void orb things. Here's one of the other bauxite deliveries, heading to the aluminium factory. That train track there leads to that bauxite collection point. And this train leads to this bauxite collection point. So far, I've got 4 bauxite nodes and they're all pure. Supplying more bauxite than I need, but it's good. It's going to set me up for future needs. It's a lot of bauxite. That is a lot of bauxite. This is our power plant. This is the 59 gigawatt turbo fuel power plant. 49 gigawatt, give or take. 45, something like that. Some stupid amount. And then we've got... That's where we started. That's the Iron Tower. Beyond that, you can see a fuel refinery? Yeah, fuel refinery. There's a fuel refinery over there. We've got... what's that producing? Plastic. That's producing plastic over there. There we've got a coal power plant. How about you build me a huge hamburger? I don't know that I have the skills to do that, Kenny. Oh, I can't see the concrete factory. I'll have to move, but I want to make a ritualistic blood sacrifice of your power plant. Why? Because of the red. It's there's our steel mill. Gives off Aztec temple vibes. Does it? I love that. I love that. Yeah, I'm glad you got a gifted sub. That's really nice. We've had some very generous people in here tonight giving gifted subs. Well, I may as well show you what the inside of the power plant looks like, since we're here. I like how much of the map you're using. Yeah, I'm trying to use a lot of it. There's a lot of space to be used. No manches si se puede? Puede? I'm probably butchering that. Power plant floor. I love that you can label the floors. That really tickles me for some reason. But yeah, this is the power plant floor. Have our turbo fuel underneath the floor. Going off to all of these. Oops. I'm quite pleased with how the internals of this are looking. It's not quite finished. As you can see, there's some like scaffolding missing here and there, but I'm working on it bit by bit. This is a very time-consuming project, but it's getting there. No way you can do it. Oh, but no way, full stop. You can do it. Nice. Here's where all of our fuel comes from. Could meet a Balrog on this floor. Maybe. Here's fuel delivery. Fuel delivery and disbursement into all of these pipes to keep all the machines running. I think we're still at capacity. Here we are, good. So the fuel isn't even made here? No, the fuel is not made here. If you met a Balrog in Satisfactory in general, I'd shit my pants for him. Okay, the train should actually be arriving quite soon with the fuel delivery. I'll show you the fuel factory. This is outside. That's the steel refinery. This is outside the power plant. I like making pretty things. That's the driveway, because there's a garage underneath as well, so that's the driveway to get into the garage. She doesn't even go here. It's a power palace, not a power plant. Why, thank you. And there is space for more machines, more generators as the need increases. Come on, where's this bloody train? I know it's still operating because we still have fuel. Where am I? There. It must... Ah, it's on its way back now. It must have just left as I got here. But it's on its way back. It's going to take us past the headquarters, so I can show you my headquarters, which is there. And yeah, I've got a bunch of trains all going around here. There's a couple of really short lines. Like, I've got an iron node here, right? And the train is just going to there. And there's an iron node here, and the train is just going there. So I've got short train trips and I've got long train trips, and it's fun. It's fun setting all this up. I'm normal about trains. I'm absolutely normal about trains. No, while we wait for the train, actually, before I say that, how far away is the train? Oh, the train's actually almost here, so we better stay. Yeah, cool. Cool. Now, are these all... It took me forever to get these fluids balanced. Cough, cough. Locomotive flavored childhood autism. Who knows? Gee, when I was a kid, my uncle would take me to a railway museum every now and then, just out in the middle of nowhere. I could spend hours just climbing over all the trains, and then at the end of the day, they would run one of the steam trains up and down the line, and you could actually ride in the steam train, and they let you get up in the driver's compartment as well, and just that was so good. Totally didn't lose your mind over being able to control the train phasmophobia. Totally normal about trains. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for acknowledging that. So there's the headquarters. This game is model train set up with extra steps. It really is. It absolutely can be. This could just be a giant model railway simulator, but like with purpose. Yeah, but that's our headquarters with the space elevator there. Oh, it's micro stuttering so much. That's quite concerning. Alright, here is the turbo fuel factory. Always wanted one of those mini model train sets you put around a Christmas tree, honestly. I've had a few of those over my life. Like when I was a kid, my dad built model railways, pretty simple ones, but still. And they were like N scale, which isn't going to mean a lot to many people, but like it meant your average locomotive was about the width of my thumb, more or less. It's just, you know, as long as a train to that scale. And that was my favorite scale of model trains. And then Lego started doing remote control Lego trains, and I got a bunch of them. Would Autism Cat like trains? I would expect so, but to each their own, you know. Yeah, this is the turbo fuel factory. The not quite done underneath. I haven't really been game to completely finish this place yet because it's had a lot of issues. It's taken me a long time to get it functioning as well as it is. There's one of the deliveries of, what's this stuff called? Heavy oil residue, yeah. We'll go on a little trip to the heavy oil residue factory. You wanna do the thing? You wanna do the thing? Ah, the animation is just delayed for some reason. Marvelous. Have we finally reached the point where I'm oversupplying? We have as well. Good. Good. And away we go. I've tried to leave as many trees and shrubs alone as I could and just work around them, because I think that makes for much more interesting journeys. Oh, the micro stutters. Why is it doing this? Oh, this is upsetting. I don't know why it's doing this. I'm amazed by the factory chain. No fuel made at the power plant, nor heavy oil residue made at the fuel plant. I'm expecting you to get to the fuel plant, not even have the oil there. Okay, this one does have the oil here. This used to be a fuel production plant, and then I would just burn the fuel in generators I had here, but then I switched it to producing heavy oil residue and transport it elsewhere. This place is the official Superstorm heavy oil residue factory. I wanted to make something that was very visually striking. So this is the oil field that supplies this place. Oil origin achieved. Yeah. There's the oil origin there. So oil comes in, goes to each machine, etc., etc. This is what the inside of the place looks like. Utter chaos. So these ones are making the heavy oil residue. These ones down here are taking the, what's that, resin? Polymer resin. They're taking the polymer resin and turning it into plastic, and then the plastic gets put into a sink. These ones are also making heavy oil residue, because when I upgraded this place from fuel to heavy oil residue, there was I needed more. I needed more machines, and so I put them out here. I want to build something similar to that over all this. I'll get there. I'll get there. There's an oil shipment going to a different factory. Totally normal about trains. Oh, random thing. My sister info dumped to me about a book she read. It was called The Chain. I don't remember the author. And basically, a mother's son gets kidnapped, and she gets a call from a mysterious number. They tell them her son has been kidnapped by another woman, whose daughter was also kidnapped. So she wishes to see her son again, and she must do the same with another child. Tell anyone or fail in her mission, then her son and the woman before her's daughter die. Sounded pretty cool. Interesting. It's like somebody took those old chain emails from the early 2000s and just kind of turned it into a horror story. So up there is the Adaptive Control Unit factory, pretty sure. Over this way. Gosh, this is the problem. Hello, Tech. How you doing? This is the problem as this factory, as this save file gets bigger. Whenever I have somebody new, it takes me longer and longer to show everything that I've built. So this place, which could actually be made more efficient now, but it is what it is for the time being. That'd be funny. Chain of kidnapping, but with the AI spam emails, everyone gets kidnapped. It just goes in a circle. So this entire factory is producing... what are they? Green circuit boards? Circuit chips? Computer chips? I don't even blimmin' remember. I love having catwalks around the place. Totally unnecessary, but man, I love it. I love the aesthetic. Circuit boards. Okay, this place makes circuit boards. Right. And the plastic for the circuit boards comes from this tower. The copper for the circuit boards comes from this tower. This one's making the copper sheets. That one there is making the copper ingots. Man, it's getting stuttery. This isn't good. Why is it doing this? I am confused and upset. Eating peanut butter on a bagel. Nice, good choice. Oil gets dropped off there for the plastic. Copper gets dropped off here for the copper, obviously. There's also a level below where copper stuff is being made. Actually, did I ever make a way of getting down there from here? Gum CPU. Please, sir, no more factories. Yeah. And I think my CPU might be dying anyway. Why is that not connected? No, doesn't matter. Apparently I never finished this. Anyway. Or this. I must have gotten distracted with other projects and never actually finished this place. Still though, looks pretty cool. I'm happy. Also, there's an ad break coming up in about 10 seconds. I'm going to go have a bathroom break and clear up some dishes. And see you guys after the ads. Hello everyone, welcome back. Can't believe Gummy would take a break when he's in trouble with me. What? What? Bex? What? What did I do? Yes, my CPU's purpose is to build me factories, absolutely. I've seen a single episode of Rick and Morty because my dad forced me to watch it while I was staying with him. Wow. Yeah. I saw Bex arrive and went, okay, well, I'm going. I wouldn't do that to Bex. I wouldn't do that. Finally sat and watched the backlog of reels. Only made it to July, guys. So I feel all of a sudden. Bex, I hope you have enjoyed the ridiculous backlog of reels. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Alright, so over there. Over there. May as well go there. This factory has one purpose. Where's the bloody train? It'll get me there faster. Is it coming? Is the train on its way? Don't think so. Oh well. Genuinely cried at someone. I needed that. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad, Bex. There were a lot in there that I've just like hand-picked for you. So this place has 4 trains of... No, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4... 3 trains of iron ore, 1 train of coal, and 1 train of limestone. All to produce 20 heavy frames. Heavy frames? Heavy modular frames per minute. What... Hang on, what the what is missing from this chain? Frames. Huh? What? That shouldn't have run dry. Especially that fish getting shot out of the cannon. Yeah, that was so good. That was so good. Huh. Uh-oh. There's a problem here somewhere. I reckon the problem is getting the screws to everything. That one seems fine. That's fine. Cool thing happened recently. Medium-sized analog photographer followed. Oh, cool. Very nice. It's always the damn screws. It really is. It really is always the damn screws. Why are they blurry? That's only a... And that's worse. Alright. We are doing on-the-fly changes here. That's a bit better. Ew, no it's not. Oh god. I'd laugh if there was a toggle for blurry, unblurry screws. Yeah, specifically blurry screws. Nah. The person's photos are really good, so I'm also following them. Neat. What is happening? Damn it, it actually looks better back with that time, that TAA thing turned back on. That's unfortunate. Oh well. So what's the delay then? Doggy's being the biggest ham tonight. She's been tossing on the bed, bapping with her little paws while she naps and hasn't stopped snoring. Aww, she occasionally wakes up to spin around, look at me like a pathetic creature, and then go right back to bed. Aww. Cute. Uh-oh. These aren't getting enough screws. Yeah, these aren't getting enough screws. Uh-oh. This isn't what I wanted to be working on tonight. But apparently there's some issues with this specific factory. Alright, I'm back from Mum's was visiting. Lovely. Welcome back. So how far back does the problem go? Is it supply of the iron ingots? Is that the problem? Because it's starting to look like that's the problem. Why are these ones yellow? Why are you not getting enough ore? I fixed this problem. Why is that belt empty? I fixed this problem. Huh? Full, empty. I fixed this problem. Factory goes om nom. Yeah, fix the problem more. I'm gonna have to. Is it just this one, or are the other ones having the same problem? Fine. 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 Absolutely fine. Coal's mostly fine. Gum slowly unraveling as a deep-seated problem reveals itself. Yeah, pretty much. I haven't been back to this factory in ages, and I haven't actually needed the components from it for a while. That's fine, and that's fine. Why is this one empty? And these ones are still full. What is going on? Okay, we're gonna have to ride this train back and see what's going on at the origin. This is your green square. It really is. Huh? Okay, we need to ride this one back to its origin. That one miner snubs cigarette and quickly starts working. It had better. Oh, bugger. While I wait and do something productive. Wait, don't leave without me. It's the one thing about this game that Factorio does way better, and that's belt balancing, lane balancing. This game, absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible for lane balancing. It is so difficult to lane balance in this. Gum forgetting he has to respect union hours. Psh. The union is robots. They work when I tell them to work. Okay, so. Yeah, that's producing 480 per minute. The clankers will remember that. Good. Good, I hope they do. That's producing 480, that's producing 480. I think I know what it is. I think I know what the problem is. Wait, do I? No. Also, Gum is that kind of boss? Only when it's robots. I do love watching all these trains go by, though. That's quite satisfying. I, for one, welcome our new clanker overlords. So what's... Okay, that's Mark 4. Mark 4. So why is this one container not getting filled up enough? I mean, I know they're all getting taken at the same rate, but... I don't understand. Okay. Okay. Idea. I turn this train off for a minute. Let this specific container completely fill. Give it a buffer. Because this station used to be 3 freight containers, and I changed it to be 4 because that was working better at the other end. Teach them about annual unionized strikes. Beck started encouraging the robots to rise up in a basement meeting. You would. And maybe the problem is every time that train comes, this hasn't filled up enough. And because every last bit is being... No, but the others are backing up and filling up the container. I'm very confused. I'm very confused. Let's grab some out of here and chuck them in here and turn the train back on. Honk. And we'll get... Excuse me. Grab some from that one. I've got to be quick. Gotta be quick. And chuck them all in here. There. Don't know if this is going to help. I genuinely don't know if this is going to help. There is another solution to this. I now have the next level of belts, so I can just use faster belts. It'll load faster. You know what, that anti-clanker attitude, it's no surprise your computer's been acting up. Oh, that's a good point. I don't respect robots, and thus the robot under my desk is revolting against me. I'm gradually committing seppuku. This I want to turn into rounded tunnels, so all the trains go through these like rounded tunnels. I think that'll look really cool. Just wait till we install Linux on all the robots. Commit Sudoku, yeah. Am I going to have to come over with a sensor to please your machine spirit? Yes, please do. Please do. The Omnisia does not deal with heresy. Purge the heretics. Never. Hello, dog. What's going on? What are you confused about? Welcome in. Okay. I don't know if that solved the problem, but work in progress. Omniscia? No, it's Omnisia. You're confused by my yapping? Oh, well, I've got bad news for you. Mark 4, Mark 4, Mark 4, Mark 4, 4, Mark 4. What are we making? Right now, I'm just checking out why the supply of iron is not what it should be. Something's gone wrong somewhere in my chain, and I'm just not getting enough iron, and I don't know why. But that is a problem for another time, because we have more touring to do. This is why I never trusted the metal demons, being born of hubris and anger for the will of arrogant gods, blind to their own misdeeds. The reign of man is short. Women shall inherit the earth. Yes. And may their reign be long and prosperous. Let's gotta wait for this train to come back and I can continue the tour. There's another real short-range train trip. That one's just copper from there to there. I guess actually all of these are quite short. They're all just iron going straight into this place. What if all this time it was Derpcat causing the audio crackling? It was happening before, so it's not, but that would be funny and horrifying if it was him. I'm really, really tempted to do a fresh install of Windows, because it's been a while. It's been a while. I love Dune Desert, no nodes left. I've got a bunch of nodes left here, but I will be using them. I've got plans for them. Isn't there a species of monkey that rules through a matriarchy? Possibly. Possibly. That's a good point. Hyenas do. Hyena societies are matriarchal. Elephants? Don't know. Ringtail lemurs are. Interesting. Ah. I'm very pleased with that place that I built. I love looking at it. I swear I'm not conceited. Elephants are grandmother and bachelor groups. Oh, interesting. Hyenas where comedy goes to die. Ah, the train. The train finally arrives. Take me now. Oh. Oh, I'm stuck. There we go. That whole factory there, it's running on a razor-thin supply and demand. I wonder if, because of the changes I made to that station down there, I wonder if I never gave it enough time to build up enough of a buffer, and so the factory just isn't getting enough. Now that we've seen what patriarchy achieves, I say we ought to do matriarchies. Yeah. Yeah. Orcas are matriarchal? That's pretty cool. Cause they'll laugh at anything. Ha ha. 3-stream streak. Thanks, dog. I appreciate anyone being here for any length of time. That's awesome. This is going to take us up to the ACUs. So this station is getting these. Whoa, what the? Okay, I'm producing more. Oh, we're producing more than we need, right? Yeah. That makes sense. But it's all going. It's all going to the sink, right? Yeah, it's all going to the sink. Good. Ah, yes. Here we go. Let's go back to the headquarters. Wait. Where's Station Brighton? Several kilometers in that direction. There's our turbo fuel factory again. Train network is a road network. It is. This is motion sickness test for you chatters. Wait. I'm sorry to anyone who actually does get motion sickness. Yeah. Where do I actually need to go now? Back to the aluminium factory. I've done bugger all tonight. I've done absolutely nothing. I get so much more done when I'm playing this offline. I get so much more done. What's the capital of Spiderland? Canberra. Pew. If a tree falls on your leg in the desert when no one's around, do the pancakes still make a roof? Yes. 1.2 trucks are so good. Oh, cool. I haven't used trucks in forever. Now you can build safety gel catchers. Installs a flimsy sheet of wire. Yeah. Because the gel catchers, you stick to them, so you have to actually spend time getting out of them. I find them really annoying, so I just throw myself into a wall. That does the trick, and then I can immediately get on with my day. It works. It works fine. It doesn't kill me. We're all good. You know, I was going to do like the aluminium casing there and the aluminium sheets over there, but now I'm thinking I just do one large factory for both and I just stick it up on that hill there. Aided with improve your productivity. I think she would. I think she would. If an OSHA violation happens but nobody's around to see it, do we still fine Gum for it? Huh. You will in 1.2. This is 1.2. I just haven't made any trucks yet. Okay, so if we're going to build it here, I don't want to destroy the trees. Joke's on you, Australia doesn't have OSHA. We do. We do. Kind of. WorkSafe, yeah. We have a version of workplace safety. OSHA violations? You mean an OSHA checklist? Might be better than train. I don't know. Trains are pretty cool. I like trains a lot. And trains don't need to be fueled. Trains just take electricity. Just realized there's a character called Ada in both this and Resident Evil. Yeah. Like OSHA suggestions. Yeah. Okay, so if I am to build it here, I'm going to have to build it quite tall to get over the trees. I could, actually, now that I think about it, I could just build it there. Yeah. Yeah. And, like, make it quite wide. Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. I hope everybody's having a lovely day. You like clean power lines? Well, what's better than a train line? You connect power at either end. No power lines needed in between. Train lines transfer power. It's the perfect solution. And of course, then there's also high tension, high voltage power lines like these. But that is also, Dog, the beauty of a game like this. If you want to do trucks, you can go do trucks. I am going to stick with trains. For now, at least. Hello? Huh. My mouse buttons aren't working in the game. They're working outside the game. Do they work on the Steam overlay? That's a good question. Yes. Yes, they work on the Steam overlay. Huh. I might just have to reboot the game real quick. Did the game shit the bed? Maybe. It works in the menus. My mouse works in the menus. Huh? I could cry if it wasn't so funny. Okay. Game's cracking up. Yeah. Bear with. Rebooting the game now. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Mouse solution, not enough screws. Across my entire factory, across this entire save file, I'm producing so many screws, and it's not enough. Technology's not on your side today. It hasn't been on my side for months at this point, dude. And it's gradually getting worse. I don't know what I've done to piss off the machine gods. All right. Come on. You can do this. Didn't want you to expand. Apparently not. I mean, we literally told you haven't been playing enough. You haven't been praying enough to the Omnisia. Okay, it's fixed. Revenge for licking that 9-volt battery back in 1995. Hey, how did you know I did that? Boo, the bone bag on the golden throne. What's that old fart gonna do to me, huh? He's just bones and hopes and dreams. Everyone licked 9-volt batteries? Easy guess. Yeah, but how'd you know I did it in 1995? I think this factory will be tiered. Guess based off your facial hair. What? Granted, I need a shave. This isn't intentional. This is pure laziness. All right? This is pure laziness. Pure laziness. Couldn't beat the germ allegations anymore. What, so I had to grow facial hair to cover up? Is that what you're suggesting? Wait, if I ever need those, can I access them? What do you mean invalid placement? You're invalid. Oh, it's because there's stuff there, hang on. But is that gonna... Oh, it just clears it. Okay, that's fine. I mean, how else are you supposed to know if it's a good battery? They sell battery testers, but sure. Gumstitch. Ugh. Garden angering the machine gods even to this day. I would join your battalion in the rebellion. Yes, yes. Good. Okay. So... Now. These need copper as well. They need copper ingots. These do not. So I'm thinking these would be bottom floor, and these would be top floor, because it'd be easier for me to supply the copper to the top floor. And these are also larger. So we'll do that on the top floor. Then we figure out the next step. Battery testers are a myth. The tongue method is tried and true. Yeah, little known fact. Inside every battery tester is actually a tiny gnome. And when you're putting a battery in it and pressing it together, you're pressing their tongue on the contacts. That's how they work. Gum, have you seen the clip of the streamer that faked having a fridge in his bedroom? Yes! Yeah. Yeah. For those who haven't seen it, this streamer had a fridge behind him for like the entire time he streamed, for months or years or whatever it was. And people in chat would say, look, we have to know what's in that fridge. We've never seen you open that fridge. Please show us what's in the fridge. And he's like, all right, you guys want to know what the fridge is? You want to know what's in the fridge? I'll show you what's in the fridge. And he went and picked it up. It was just a piece of cardboard with a fridge printed on the front of it. There never was a fridge. Amazing. Just a small guy named Steve. Yeah. Robot abuse to gnome abuse. It's abuse all the way down. Look, only to fictitious or otherwise threatening creatures. Not to people. Robots aren't people. Telling me, rip the tongue out and make the battery tester? No. You don't rip the tongue out. You keep the gnome in stasis inside the tester. Right, that's why testers are so chunky on one side. Hang on, I've got one. Sure, I've got a battery tester. Yeah, there we go. Like that, right? So the gnome is kept in this compartment here, and his tongue is like in this bit, right? So when you press up, it presses his tongue into the battery and you get the result. That's how they work. It's just a gnome kept in stasis. Unless I've been horribly misinformed. Is that what Wayne Radio TV was referencing? Wayne Radio TV? Maybe. It's peak comedy. We're all about fictional character abuse. I don't know if I want to agree with that, but I agree with that. So anyway, how many of these bloody things do I need? I'm going to make 14. I'm going to make 14, dull one of them down to 0.88. Step 1. But how many? Far out. Ah, it's back. We're back to the maths. We're back where we started in this episode. We're back to the maths. How are you keeping a straight face? What, me? You'll stick to a quick lick? Right, so, okay. 450 does 5 machines perfectly. It's easy to keep a straight face when you tell the truth. Hey, shh, don't give away my secrets. To be honest, I like the taste of battery when I first licked one. It was pretty shocking. Ha ha. Very good. Very good. Okay, so, hang on. They're going to be, they take 90 each. 90 times 5. 90 times 5 gives us 450. Hang on. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. You're so kind. If I do 5, 5, and 4. $1,260. Okay. Hello, Jordan. Welcome in. How you doing? How's your day been? What you been up to? Used to be friends with a donkey, but I had to split away from him. He was a real arse. Ha ha. Love it. So it's going to be constructors. Constructors aren't all that big. What's the output of these when you're doing this? 60 per minute. 5. 10 times 60 is 600. I'm not going to be using the belts that are that high yet. So each set of machines is going to need to put out output to its own output belt. Not bad. How's you? Just started work? Oh, goodness. I finished work 4 3/4 hours ago. Thank goodness. The pet gum, but he got too gummy. I'm really not. So, I'm going to have to split these to do the other thing, but that's going to be fine. It's going to be... What can I do to merge these? How can I merge them? The devs did this on purpose, you know. Nothing scales linearly. Everything's weird numbers to weird numbers, and it makes planning things quite challenging. Just sitting on the bus, almost missed my stop. Oh no, don't miss your stop. That would be silly. And with that, I need some sleep. Good night, everybody. Have a good rest. Your string gum. Don't end up in the asylum, please. I will try. Technology seems hell-bent on sending me there. But I will try. Alright, let's just start mocking this out, hey? So. I'm going to do 5s. Hey Gum, tell us a funny story about cereal. About cereal? About cereal. Let me come back to you. Let me come back to you. Aluminium casing. Oh, those take up 1 each, don't they? Okay, we need another row here then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then let's give it plenty of space. Saw the Satisfactory 1.2 trailer. Yeah, this is it. It's good. The rain is really pretty. Used to be a guy going around killing people around the time of breakfast. They called him the serial killer. Ha ha. Get a lot of mileage out of that. I need the Budum Tish one as well. Let's... Yeah, gonna leave plenty of space because ultimately I'm gonna need more of these, but for now this is all I need. So 1, 2, 3 vacant spaces in between. 1, 2, 3, and that goes there. Another sound you need on the soundboard. Why that sound? And I don't want to say that sound out loud because that word is a racial slur. So that's those. Train is delayed 2 minutes. Yay, I'm so happy. Not. You'll survive. It's gonna be okay. Plotting out general vibes for what the building's going to look like. Remember when we were on call with Bex and she added the sound? Oh, that one! I'll have to get that from Bex because that's one of her friends. I don't know if Bex is still here right now. I think Bex might be asleep. She went to bed a bit ago. Okay. That's what I figured. It's well past her bedtime. It's well past her bedtime. See, the Subnautica team won their court case. Yeah, it looks like Subnautica 2 may be coming very soon. I heard that, Jordan. That's very exciting. I don't mean it the way I spelt it. It's all good. I knew what one you meant. That's really exciting about Subnautica 2. I hope that they can get it back on track, and it's going to be good. Okay, so for these I need 7 machines. Okay. 7 assemblers. Let's put them this way. Yeah, let's put them this way. Hello, Amaraha. Welcome. How you doing? I see you're over on YouTube. I'm happy that you found me. So excited for Subnautica 2. Yeah. Me too. Me too. I really hope they can pull it off. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not where I wanted that. Didn't mean to fall off. And 7. Okay. These are going to need copper from somewhere. Where is the nearest copper? I know there's some over there that I'm utilizing. Actually, is the nearest copper besides that? Yep, utilizing them. Oh, where was that third ping? I heard a third ping. Where was that third ping? Oh, there. Oh, that's not too bad. Oh, wait. I know which one that is. That's down there, isn't it? That's doable. You're on the train? Oh, good. You didn't miss it. Very good. Old subscriber. Used to watch Astro. Oh, nice. Thank you so much. Thank you for hanging around all this time then. I really appreciate that. God, that's atrocious and very funny. How much copper do I need? Is that a flying creature? It was a flying creature, yes. Really don't need much copper. Really, really don't need much. Do I turn it into ingots down there and bring it up? Or do I bring it up then turn it into ingots? Don't recall seeing those. Really? Really? Them? Huh. These things fly all over the place, but only where there's grass or trees. They don't go in the desert. There's an achievement for petting one. You've just got to land on top of it, and you get the pet command. So Zerg unit from StarCraft 2. Kinda. Yeah. Kenny, you wouldn't have seen these if you have only been in the desert and the rocky areas. They only fly around the grassy areas and the trees. So I don't think they're up in the pink forest. I think they're only... Oh, give me my mouse pointer, thank you. I think they're just mostly here and here. It's like the green forest here and the plains here. I think that's where they hang out. They're not in the pink forest. Oh, I think you sometimes see them over in this area. But just not desert, not anywhere over here, not over here. What am I going to do about the copper? It looks great still. Been seeing some dev team working on it, but now the OG leaders are back and have full control. One OG leader is back. The original CEO is back. That's all that I've heard officially. I would imagine he's going to try to bring back the rest of the team. But I think officially, so far, only the original CEO has been brought back. Okay, we can steal copper from here. This is not a problem. Not a problem at all. Yeah. Yeah, we can make the ingots here, send them over that train line over there and to there. Easy. Easy peasy. Easy bloody peasy. Smelter. We're really not going to need much, but I'm going to overproduce anyway. Just for later. CEO and one language translator. Okay. Okay. I'm hoping they can get back the rest of the senior team, because it was one hell of a team. It was like almost all the people who worked on the first one. Ted Gill, the CEO, is back. Yeah, and from a tweet, the founder, Charlie Cleveland, may be back. He tweeted about winning and we are getting back into the water. Good. Yeah, good. That's what I mean about officially. I've seen a few tweets floating around like that, but nothing official other than Ted. But I imagine he'd be wanting to get everybody back. That would just make sense. Paul, hello. How you doing, man? I haven't seen you around for a while. Welcome in. Also, there is an ad break in about 2 minutes. Unknown Worlds made so many good games. Yeah. We're getting the band back together. Exactly. And just as like the whole Firefly thing is being announced as well, which is very exciting. Will you play the early access or wait for full release? Oh, CB, I don't know. With Grounded, or with Grounded 2, I'm going to wait till full release before I play it. But Subnautica 2, I'm very tempted to play it as soon as it hits early access, honestly. Sleep time for me. Thanks for the warm welcomes in the base tour earlier. No worries, mate. No worries. Thank you for popping in and for the follow. Hope to see you again soon. But yeah, I think with Subnautica 2, as soon as it hits early access, I'm gonna be playing it. To be completely honest. Trying to wait until 1.0 or I know I'll regret it. With Subnautica 2, absolutely valid. Absolutely valid. Ad break is going to be in about a minute. Subnautica 2 before starting 6 is crazy. Well, before GTA 6? If you've seen the dev logs and the game looks sick, the last base building vlog shows lighting. It does look incredible. Absolutely incredible. Ba-bum, ba-ba-ba-bum. I want to siphon this stuff. Come on, game. Ah, there we go. There we go. Let's give that a gentle curve. See you on the other side of the ads. That'll go there. And is that... Ugh. Boo. That'll do. Doesn't have to be perfect. This is a temporary solution. Can't wait. Subnautica, your third favourite game ever. You'll be playing Early Access Day 1. Nice. Nice. I think I will be as well, honestly. Right. Turn that one. Turn it to be that way. How tall are those trees? Quite tall. Quite tall. Hmm. Quite surprised how quickly the judgment came. I thought it would take years. I'm quite surprised as well, to be honest. I never thought it would get resolved. I thought it was going to be gridlocked forever. Missed early access for 1 and below 0 as it was on console, then I want to follow the journey start to end. Yeah, fair enough. Pew. Now, is that going to reach? Please reach. Ugh. Lame. Have a new vocal stem. My life is a party, my home is the club. I party like a rock star, dance till I drop. I'm not familiar with that. I am not familiar. Okay, let's chuck that to there. Maybe that'll make it. Maybe that'll make it. Logistics. Getting this to here. Then our lift. Yeah, the train will make that. Easy. So when Subnautica 1 came out, I knew at the time that it would definitely be for me. I just took forever to get into it. And then once I eventually did, I made it into a YouTube series. And had a great time with it. It's really, really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. This song is so bad. Oh, I hate it when I get a song stuck in my head that's crap or that I hate. You played Subnautica 1 day 1? Lucky you. Like, day 1 of early access? Actually, I don't really watch Markiplier. I'm not a huge fan of him, but I did learn about Subnautica thanks to him, as I think a lot of people did. Wasn't even gaming when it originally came out? Oh, cool. But now you are. Okay, so let's keep that up to there. To there? There'll do. Yeah, Jacksepticeye was the other person who I think really, really pushed Subnautica 1. I know the German translator of Unknown Worlds. Oh, really? Personally? That's kind of cool. I assume they're under some kind of NDA and can't tell you anything. I didn't need to be that high. That's dumb. We should go back and play it for the first time again. Yeah. Yeah, there's, B, are you familiar with Red Dwarf? The sci-fi comedy, the British sci-fi comedy? Yes, okay. So you probably know exactly what I'm thinking about when... I think it's like in the second episode of the entire show, when Lister is talking to Holly, and Holly is lamenting the fact that he's now finished reading everything that's ever been written, and he wishes that he could read it all again, and Lister's like, well, why don't you just delete your memories of it? And so Holly gives Lister instructions on how to erase his memory of all the books. And it's like, that'd be so good. That'd be so good. There's a lot of pieces of media that I would love to be able to experience for the first time again. What I find helps is having a really bad memory. I find that helps quite a bit. If I just give it like 3 to 4 years, I'll remember a game broadly speaking, but not the specifics. And then you get the bonus of nostalgia, as well as playing it again for the first time. The speedrun for Subnautica are crazy now. I bet they are. I'd love to do a speedrun of it, but it wouldn't be like, you know, a 1 hour speedrun or a 10-minute speedrun or anything. It'd probably be like a, I don't know, 10 hour speedrun or something. That's what you do too? Yeah. There's a lot of games that I really, really love, and I would love to play again. What? Uh-huh. And I sort of think, okay, how well do I remember this game? And if I remember it clearly, okay, it's not time for a replay yet. But if it's a case of, I can't remember what happens after the first 10 minutes except for some major plot points, cool. It's time to play again. You got a sub 50-minute speedrun. Well done. Well done. I assume with glitches or glitchless? Because I imagine glitchless would be really difficult. Okay, so that's the copper. But these are each outputting 480, so they're going to have to stay as they are. Glitched, okay. Plays Resident Evil Requiem, really enjoy it. I have not played it yet. I haven't played 7 or 8 yet. So I'm going to wait till I've played them before I even consider playing 9. But I'm sure I will get to it eventually. I do love the Resident Evil games. as stupid as they are a lot of the time. Hadn't played any before, but knew the backstory. Okay. That nice and neat. That is. There's no overlapping. Good, good. You'll come to... No, there. Okay. Well, that's fine. Cool, that's all nice and neat. So we've got 480 times 2. It's not enough. It's not enough for all the machines at the top. Because the machines at the top need nearly 1250. Right. So 2 of these belts are going to have to go up there. The third one will be split between up there and down below. Easy, that's that sorted. That's the vibe. That's the vibe. The current fastest speedrun is 26 minutes. That's insane. That is insane. Wait. How am I going to do this? Because these need 450, 450, 450. All right. That's going to be 380. Right. Right. Okay. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Glitchless record is 52 minutes. That's still hugely impressive for glitchless. Oh, damn. One of my favorite VR games, Boneworks. Last I checked, the record speedrun for it is 12 minutes. That's glitched, but still. That's still hugely impressive. Because a lot of the glitches require such precision to pull off that if you don't pull them off, you've got to restart the run. And that's just insane. My fastest time in Boneworks is like 55 minutes or something. Right, these need inputs. Also, it is 10:15, so I'm gonna finish up quite soon. Quite soon. I just want to get these connected. And then I'm going to call it a night. What state am I in? New South Wales. The boring one. State of uncertainty, self-doubt. Wow. Thanks, Garden. Need to call me out like that. SA is boring? SA is the state of churches. SA is the state of churches and pretty things. And actually grapes for wine. Alright, fair enough. Oh, right, I needed to split that, didn't I? Duh. Where am I going to split it? Where am I going to split it? Actually, I know where to split it. Come with me. Walk this way. Right there. That. Okay, so it's there. We get that. We bring that to there. We bring that down. There, people will be setting speedruns right off the bat for Subnautica 2. Yeah, they always do. They always do. I hope Subnautica 2 is longer and you can go even deeper, like 2,000 meters. We'll see. We'll see. Cool. There we go. That is aluminium ingots being distributed. Being distributed to the machines. Oh crap! You're right. You can't. Oh, all this bloody time. Well done, me. Anyway, what you didn't see me do just then, I've set up these. I'm very good at this whole streaming thing. I've set up these. So they're now feeding all the machines down here, and that is split off to feed the machines up here. Shaved plan? Shaved plan? Good, that works, that works. Oh, and it works there too. Excellent. Okay. Oh, shoved. Right, yes. Oh, how did I get that one so wrong? That's not the right spot at all. This should function. Should. Okay. That is the aluminium. If you do play Subnautica 2 Early Access and want to check out the new co-op, I'll be down. Thank you, Jordan. Honestly, I think I'll be doing it solo. If I do it multiplayer, I've got some friends already interested, other streaming friends. But thank you. If I do need other co-op partners, I'll definitely reach out on the Discord. See who's interested and or available. Why did I try shooting it? That wasn't intentional. That was just a misclick. I'm getting a bit tired. Okay, so that's that. Now we bring power. Please tell me it's Rob so we can just spam blame Rob every time something bad happens. Sure, it's Robert's fault because he's not here. Bloody Rob. He should have been here to tell me. Okay, that is the ingots going. Actually, how many ingots is that? I didn't even check. I think this is more than I need, but I didn't even bother to check. My Wi-Fi is getting better, so I may get back to stream myself. I'd love it too for sub 2. Nice! Cool. So I've got 5 machines at 30 each. 150. What did I need from the thing? 63. Oh. Easy. Easy peasy. Alright, well, now that this is set up, at least, you know, the materials are set up. I haven't powered any of this, obviously. That'll be next. But, now that I've got this far, I think it's time to raid out, and I'm going to go to bed. Save that before I forget to save. Alright. Let's see who's live. Sag is live, Link is live. I last raided Link. So I think tonight we'll raid Mr. Sag. Well, thanks everybody for being here. I hope you've had a good time. It's been fun. Night, everybody.